The city of Miami Beach is faced with another controversial development. The owner of the Clevelander Hotel and Essex House Hotel filed an application back in October under the state's new Live Local Act. Its goal would add affordable housing in the area. Florida 24 Network reporter Sophia Hernandez breaks down the act, the criticism, and the push to redevelop an Ocean Drive icon. On July 1st of this year, Governor Ron DeSantis signed new legislation called the Live Local Act. It incentivizes private investors to create new affordable housing as long as projects designate at least 40% of housing as affordable for at least 30 years. Developers can override local zoning laws that may restrict height and density and even bypass public input. The act, now trying to be implemented, has been unwelcome for some in the city of Miami Beach.
The idea that we're going to destroy what is the postcard of our city to help a company that they're not even a local company, they're a foreign company that's just trying to make money here, is not at all a good idea. It is the worst idea.
Mayor Dan Gelber is talking about the Canadian company Justa Group and their plan to reinvent their properties of the Clevelander and Essex House Hotel. Attorney Alexander Tatchmas with the project says while some have had concerns with them destroying the historic nature of the hotels, he says that won't happen. They won't even be touched.
What is being demolished is an annex building on the southern part of the Clevelander that was built maybe 15 years ago. That's where the new building will go up.
As you can see in these renderings, the plan is to build a new restaurant on the floor of the Essex and convert hotel rooms into apartments. Currently, Miami Beach only allows for buildings to be 50 feet on Ocean Drive. Other historical areas, 200 feet. But the Clevelander wants to build an 18-story tower with 137 units. 40% of those units will have controlled rent. The rest will be at market price.
People should be able to live in all parts of our community. Right, so it's not ideal when in a city, the only people that can live there are super wealthy people. And that's what's happening. And this is an effort to kind of democratize, where people can live.
Tatchmas wants to emphasize that the developers never would have went down this path had they not felt pressure from the city to close their bar, which holds hundreds and operates well into the night. Under this plan, that bar will be no longer, and a new restaurant will replace it.
The problem has been our clients bought it expecting to keep operating this really profitable venue. And over the last 6 years or more, the city has been trying to close down establishments like this up and down the street. And it's become almost impossible to function. So for some time, our clients been thinking, look, if we can change our business model and stop this fighting every day with the city, we will do it. In comes the Live Local Act, and that is now giving our client the ability to have more height and density in a way that will allow us to supplant what we were making from one of the most profitable bars anywhere around.
But the city does not believe this act gives Justa Group the power to move forward.
So it will be subject to this ordinance?
That's correct.
Okay, great.
A planning board that would need to give clearance to the project met in mid-October. They came up with recommendations for the city that would bar the Clevelander project and any similar subsequent ones from moving forward. These include height restrictions, amending development regulations, informing the public of new projects, and a potential moratorium. It's part of the city's effort to keep Miami Beach's Ocean Drive as is.
Frankly, if they're able to do it on their parcel, then many of the other parcels would do the same thing, which would end up with the end of Ocean Drive as we know it, and Ocean Drive is the postcard of our city.
The mayor is worried if this project passes, it wouldn't stop others from building 20 or 30-story buildings. But he's confident the new commission and mayor will stand firm in their opposition.
This makes very little sense from the city's perspective, from a historic preservation perspective. The only people that would like it are the people that are offering the idea because they want to make money.
However, Justa Group says while they hope to come to some sort of agreement, they are ready to move forward with or without permission from the city. Sophia Hernandez, Florida 24 Network.